Alright guys, we're going to begin with a warm-up on the track, okay? Whenever I call out an exercise, whether it be jogging, walking, running, lunges, or whatever it may be, you're going to perform that exercise after I say to do it, okay? So I call out an exercise, and then you're going to do that exercise. Where are we going to perform our exercises in our warm-up? On the track. Okay, and what exercise are you going to do? Whatever exercise I call out. Very good. Alright guys, so for our fitness activity, we're going to do an aerobic and an anaerobic exercise. For our aerobic exercise, we are going to perform jump ropes. We're going to do jump ropes for 30 seconds. When the music starts, you're going to do jump ropes, okay, for 30 seconds. If you have to stop because your motion gets stopped, that's okay. You just start right back up until the music stops, okay? So we're going to be doing jump rope, which is an aerobic exercise. And when we're talking about aerobic exercises, we're talking about exercises that require a lot of oxygen, okay? So if something makes you breathe hard afterward, there's a good chance that that exercise is a aerobic exercise, okay? For our anaerobic exercise, we're going to perform bridging. We're going to do a bridging exercise, okay? When you bridge, what you are going to do is you are going to work your core. Your core extends down to the top of your lower half of your body, okay? So these muscles, some of your upper leg muscles, your lower back muscles, all of that is involved in your core, and you're also going to be working the back of your leg, okay? Your hamstrings when you do a bridging exercise. When you bridge, you are performing an anaerobic exercise, and that's an exercise that does not require very much or as much oxygen as an aerobic exercise, okay? I'm going to demonstrate how to do both of those exercises. When you jump rope, you're going to bring the rope above your head, and a little bit before the rope hits the ground, you're going to jump. Okay, and you're going to keep doing that, hopefully in a continuous motion or as continuous as you can. Okay, when you bridge, this is how it's going to look. You're going to bring your hips upward, and then you're going to go back down. And you're going to perform that exercise 10 times. You're going to do it 10 times, and then I'm going to turn the music back on, and you're going to do jump roping again, okay? That bridging exercise is a stability exercise, okay? So, what's the first exercise you're going to do? The aerobic exercise. Jump roping, very good, okay? You're going to jump rope until when? Until the music starts, until the 30 seconds is over, okay? Then what exercise are you going to perform that's the anaerobic exercise? Bridging, very good, okay? And when you bridge, what are you doing? You're lifting your hips upward, and then you're going back down. How many times are you going to bridge? 10 times, very good. And that's a stability exercise. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, today we're going to play a game that involves saving sea animals. Does anyone know how you can save sea animals? Well, one way you can save sea animals is by picking up trash and picking up recyclable material and making sure that you don't litter, okay? Because if we litter, sometimes the trash and the recyclable items can get inside the ocean. And unfortunately, this can choke or harm animals by by getting stuck on them or inside them. Okay, so that's something we want to avoid. So when we recycle, and when we avoid littering, and when we pick up trash, that's one way that we might be able to save sea animals from being harmed by plastic. Okay, so what we're going to work on today is our underhand throw. Okay, with our underhand throw, you're first going to step towards your target with your non-dominant foot, your non-throwing foot. Okay, I'm right-handed. I'm going to step with my left foot first. If you're left-handed, you're going to step with your right foot first. Okay, so I step with my dominant foot first, then I'm going to swing back, and then third, I am going to swing forward. Okay, my fourth step, as I'm swinging forward, I'm going to step with my throwing side foot. Okay, so I step with my non-throwing side, my non-dominant foot. I swing my arm back. I swing my throwing arm forward. And as I swing my throwing arm forward, I take my step. Those are the 4 steps. Okay? So what's the first step that you're going to do when you perform the underhand throw? You're going to step with your non-throwing side foot. Okay? Then you're going to bring your arm back. Right? Do we swing back or forward first? We swing back first. Okay? And then what do? Swing your arm forward, and then you step. Okay? So that is how we are going to throw for our activity. And now I'm going to explain to you the next activity. Our game is called Save the Sea. And what you're going to do is you're going to have buckets lined up on the sideline. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice underhand throwing. Okay? What you're going to be doing is you're going to be throwing trash or recyclable items into the buckets, into the bins ahead of you. Okay? So by doing that, you're going to be saving sea animals. How this is going to work is I'm going to say go, and you are going to walk up to your cone. Okay? You're going to be on a line, and you're going to walk up to your cone. Whenever I say go, you're going to walk up to your cone, and you're all going to throw to the bucket. I'm going to say freeze. Okay? Whenever I say freeze, you're going to stop what you're doing. If the ball went in the bucket, I'm gonna walk up, and I'm gonna see how many balls or how many recyclable items landed in the bucket, and we're gonna count how many we got in the bucket as a team. And then I'm going to have you walk up. If you threw in that round, I'm gonna have you walk up and get your ball. Whenever I tell you to go get your ball, and you're going to bring it back and set it next to the cone. Okay? Then you're going to go back to the line and wait for further instructions. Okay? So, what are you going to do whenever I say go? Very good. You're going to walk up to your cone, and you're going to throw. Okay? You're going to walk up to your cone, and you're going to throw. What's going to happen after that? I'm going to say freeze, and you guys are going to stop where you are so that I can count how many recyclable items are in the bins. And I said we're going to throw a ball, but there are tennis balls, there are bean bags, and there are racquetballs. Whichever thing is in front of your cone that you pick up, that's what you're going to throw. Okay? So what type of thing are you going to throw? Tennis ball, a racquetball, or a bean bag. okay? After you throw, I'm going to say freeze, and you're going to stop. Then what's going to happen? I'm going to go examine where the balls landed and see if how many balls landed in the bins, okay? Then after that, what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you to collect your ball and bring it back to your cone where you're going to set it down. And then what's going to happen? You're going to walk back to your line, okay? I'm going to show you how that works. The teacher says go, I walk up to the cone. I pick up my ball. I practice the steps of throwing. The teacher says freeze, I freeze. The teacher says to go get the balls. I go pick up my ball and I bring it back to the cone, and then I walk back to my line, okay? Alright guys, let's get started. Alright guys, so which foot are we going to step with first? You're going to step with your non-throwing foot. Very good. And then what are you going to do? You're going to swing your arm back, right? We don't swing our arm forward first. We swing it back so we can get some power and get some momentum. What do we do after we swing our arm back? We swing forward. And then what's the last thing we do? We step with our throwing foot. Very good, guys.